Welcome to the course on the omission of the Japanese particle wa, ga, and subject. So are you ready? Good luck. So what is the omission of particle wa, ga, and subject in Japanese? For the following three conditions, it occurs. First, when we know who is speaking, and then when we know whom we are talking to, and then when we know whom or what we are talking about. When there is no subject, logically, no wa, no ga. But you can still use the subject and the particles, but in this case, you add a particular meaning to the sentence. So, we start with condition A, the omission when we know who's talking. Listen to the following conversation between me and Santos. 昨日ステーキを食べたんだけど、どうでした? In my sentence, 昨日ステーキを食べたんだけど, there is no subject, no wa, no ga. Why? That is because 私, so I am the one who speaks this sentence, and I am also the one who ate this steak yesterday. So we know who's speaking and the content of the phrase is about me. So there is no need for the subject to be mentioned. But if we still add the subject, what will happen? With the particle ga, now the subject 私 can have the meaning as exclusivity or responsibility, etc. The meaning depends on the context. And with the particle wa, now the subject 私 can have the meaning of comparison, at least, etc. The meaning depends on the context. And the condition B, omission when we know whom we are talking to. Listen to the following conversation between me and Santos. 昨日ステーキ食べた? ええ、食べましたよ。In my sentence, 昨日ステーキ食べた? There is no subject, no wa, no ga. Why? That is because 私 is the one who asks Santos a question, and Santos is the one who ate the steak. So we know whom we are talking to, and the content of the sentence is about the person, Santos. But if we add the subject, what will happen? With the particle ga, now the subject Santos-san has the meaning as exclusivity or responsibility, etc. And with the particle wa, now the subject Santos-san has the meaning of composition, at least, calling, etc. Now you know the reason why there is no subject in the second sentence. ええ、食べましたよ。Don't you? 3, 2, 1. Yes, it's because we know who's talking. And the last condition, C, the omission when we know whom or what we are talking about. So listen to the following conversation between me and Santos. 妹さん病気だったんですか? そうなんです。でもようやく昨日ご飯を食べられるようになったんです。In Santos' sentence, でもようやく昨日ご飯を食べられるようになったんです。There is no subject, no wa, no ga. Why? That is because in the first sentence of mine, I say 妹さんは So me and Santos know that we are talking about 妹 and the content of the phrase でもようやく昨日ご飯を食べられるようになったんです is about this 妹 So we don't need a subject here. But if we add a subject anyway, what will happen? With the particle wa, now the sentence has the meaning of theme. But with the particle ga, in this context, the sentence becomes incorrect because all the meanings of ga don't fit here. If you don't know the different meanings of wa and ga, watch my previous video. You can find the link in the description. So, did you understand the omission of the subject, wa and ga, that takes place under the three conditions? And that's the end of this course. お疲れ様でした。Omit the subject and the particle wa and ga to communicate well in Japanese. See you next time. またね。